So I'm gonna drive down the boulevard, not caring who has a faster car. Tone down the makeup and the noise. I don't wanna look like you because you're too perfect. You're too perfect. And I don't wanna fill your shoes because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't fit the mold. I am real too.
If it was up to me, I'd be a dirty ghetto kid. People get angered even, yes, angered about it, when a woman is not the epitome of perfection. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Ironic. Because y'all love women, you'll love so much. They're your mamas, and yet you expect the world from them. And what happens on Mother's Day? What do y'all do? $100 perfume from Ulta. For Christmas, for a year went by of your life that your mother gave you life and you got her $100 perfume from Ulta. I'm just like, what do you really want to do for a woman? Because it's about time. It's about time. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about perfectionists, and I want to read another page from Emmett Fox's book. Perfectionism is not about taking things in stride. It's extremely powerful. Because your entire life, there will be days you're going to be sad. There are going to be days you're going to be happy. There's going to be days where you're in between. And you're going to have the whole spectrum of emotions, and that's okay. But you have a completely different time when your expectations are zero. You are able to experience things at their best in that way, when you're prepared for the ups and the downs and not just constantly staring at the negative and expecting the best. I took a parenting class back in 2012. Kids, the first 5 years are the most important because that's when kids learn their habits that they'll have for a lifetime. I talked about this in Personality Shifts, Quantum Moments video, but not in detail. I learned from that parenting class, treat your children like they're adults already. When they're playing, you're getting ready to leave the house or whatever, you just give them their 5-minute timer, right? So like, you never just say to a kid, let's go, come on, we have to go, it's time to go, I'm the boss, you're my slave now. It should be, you guys are playing, we have 5 minutes to pick everything up and be done with your games, or we have 20 minutes, or however, depending on the urgency of the situation, of course. But the more notice that you give your kids, the more they will respect that, and they will learn to give you notice with things. It doesn't allow for them to feel inferior and like they can't connect with you. And so I just thought that was like I don't know why, like, but my brain like relates that so much, like stride and perfection. They're kind of opposites. But perfection isn't something that you change, and stride is all about change. So being able to take things in stride, and to teach our kids that, to be that way with other people, is so important. It got me, like, I really took it personal, but in a good way. Like, I'm grateful that she said that to me, because we should be perfectionists with certain things. And with other things, I think it's scary how we allow ourselves to become perfectionists. Like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial is a perfect example of misplaced perfectionism. I'm sick of seeing it pop up on my everything. Like, I keep thinking, this is going to be the end of the trial. They're finally going to make a decision. They're going to say something about it. It's nothing. Like, great, yeah. Just keep putting it in our face. I guess for people that are like really want to like study like stupidity or like the human narcissism, then it's perfect. There you go. By the way, I feel terrible for Amber Heard in this trial. Like, a divorce should just be a divorce. Like, I don't understand why it's going any further, but then again, I guess I don't know much about the case for a reason. Anyway, so there's this obvious like kind of like a dehumanization of women that's been going on for so long that like people are just like numb to it, and it's just like so in our faces. Like, really, how do people not respond to that? We've had sensitivity training in a lot of businesses. We're gonna resensitize everybody. It's not enough. It's sad. It's not sad that they're doing it. It's sad that it's not enough. And then there's, it's a dual-edged sword. Perfectionism can be a great thing when it's focused on good things. And I hear, like, everywhere I go, every time I talk to people, I get excited thinking this time, I'm meeting a new person now, so this time, like, they're gonna get it. And I just keep seeing in, like, everything that they say and do that they're so judgmental of themselves and everybody around them. Like, of course, because if you're gonna hold yourself to a certain standard, you're gonna hold everyone else to it. And I think it's just people being confused about what they really want and need because of this, like, reactive culture that we've built. Like, oh, I can't have the perfect life I want. I can't have this person or this house or this car that I want, and that means I'm not good enough, and that means I need to do this better. And it's, of course, a lot of us focus on what we see in the media and TV and the news, whatever. It's like, see things as like our idols. You're just setting yourself up for a major disappointment, man. I mean, can you imagine like how many things I wish were perfect and I had just waited around for those things to be? Jesus. And the sooner I tell myself it's never gonna happen, it's never gonna be that way, these people are never gonna get it, the faster seemingly these people catch on. Perfect. But it's not, it's the resistance. It's because I'm not expecting it, and I'm doing my job properly now because I'm not focused on them. I'm just allowing without interfering. I associate this so much with the idea of clairaudience, and like when you're listening to your higher self, it's so important to just not be biased. It doesn't allow you to hear your higher self clearly if you're gravitating in any direction. You have to take yourself back to center. I want to read the passage right now. It is unquestionable the spiritualization of thought does undoubtedly lead the student to simplify his mode of life, for so many things that previously seemed important are now found to be unimportant and uninteresting. It is unquestionable, too, that he gradually finds himself meeting different people, reading different books, spending his time differently, and that his conversation naturally changes its quality. These things follow upon the change of heart. Never can they precede it. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. 2 Corinthians 5:17. And then he goes into Matthew 6:6. Now we see how vain is the foolish attempt to cultivate the good opinion of other people under the impression that such a thing can be of any real advantage to us. Jesus has exposed that kind of fallacy once and for all. He says, the applause that follows upon outer acts is the only reward they ever bring, and that results worthwhile are only to be obtained in the secret place of consciousness. Pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. When someone's ready to tell you something, nothing will stop them from doing so. And so you lose sight of that in the constant search for it. Like, how many times have you heard your dad say, like, I'm big and you're little, and I'm right and you're wrong, and you listen to me because I'm correct. But yet they're asking you for help with how to set up their Google account, and they're telling you, I know better than you, by the way. So take the lesson from me. It's adorable. It's an attempt to be perfect, which is not a bad thing, but it can come off as really bad. It's natural. Like, the more you want something, the more you sort of expect its perfectionism, right? We expect our parents, we see our parents as God because they taught us everything. When they do something wrong, we're like in this state of bewilderment because we don't expect that from our parents. But all our parents are just our parents, and they really are just a vessel. They didn't create us because our true Father is in heaven, right? To expect perfectionism from our parents is unrealistic and unreliable. I forget which part of the Bible exactly. It does specifically say that the more you desire something, the more it seems to escape you. If people with experience in this, they say not to chase anything, just let it come to you. It's like this with people. It's like this with opportunities. Opportunity favors the prepared. Anyone that you try to know everything about is gonna sort of be hesitant to share things with you, and vice versa.